Hello friends, we are happy to announce that an updated version of our book 108 Questions and Answers on Mutual Funds and SIP is now available on Amazon, Flipkart, etc. The link to buy the same is mentioned in the description of this video as well. The intention of this video is to introduce you with the content of this book. Friends, the book covers questions like what are the different kind of mutual funds, etc. for beginners. At the same time, for people who understand mutual funds, there are other questions that require a lot of thought and advice. The questions have been divided into 11 categories. The first category introduces you to mutual funds. This category has questions like what are mutual funds, its advantages, disadvantages, types, NAV, risk with mutual funds, liquidity, growth versus a dividend option in mutual funds, NRI investments, NFOs, closed-ended versus open-ended mutual funds, should you invest into them, etc. The second category is dedicated to equity mutual funds. What are they? Advantages, disadvantages, stock versus mutual fund comparison. Then category wise, it explains all the categories of mutual funds like large cap, small cap, mid cap, multi cap, etc. It talks about focused funds, quanta funds, and the things that you should consider before investing into equity mutual funds. This version of the book has been updated in accordance with new fund categorization defined by SEBI. The third category deals specifically with debt mutual funds. Along with telling you what are these advantages, disadvantages, types, etc., it tells you how debt funds work. It compares debt funds with fixed deposits. It talks about safety of debt funds, its taxation, dividend distribution tax. Also talks about different kind of debt funds like dynamic, gilt, floater, etc. Throughout the book, there are questions that compare mutual funds with other instruments that give similar returns. The comparison has been done on parameters like risk, liquidity, returns, where do they invest, etc. Wherever relevant, there are a lot of examples given in the book. The fourth category deals with liquid mutual funds. The fifth one talks about hybrid funds, where along with telling you what are these, type, taxation, etc., it covers advanced topics like dynamic asset allocation, its comparison with multi-asset allocation, etc. The sixth category covers sector and thematic funds. It talks about its pros and cons and whether you should go for such funds or no. Throughout the book, wherever there are reflective questions, along with stating the data, we have also presented our take on the question. The seventh category covers ETFs and index funds, and the eighth category talks about other type of mutual funds like fund of funds, FMPs, real estate funds, global funds, children and retirement fund, etc. The ninth category covers systematic transactions like the systematic investment plan, transfer plan, and withdrawal plan and when to use them. It further talks about when you should do lump sum investment. It talks about flexi SIP, value averaging investment plan, how to calculate SIP returns, etc. The 10th category covers investment process in mutual funds in detail. It tells you how to select equity and debt mutual funds along with how to review your portfolio and when to sell mutual funds. The 11th category covers how mutual funds operate, what is their structure, role of mutual fund manager, expense ratios, loads, direct plans. It talks about cutoff timings, role of advisor, how to choose an advisor, etc. And lastly, the book would cover mutual fund complaint redressal. So this is what all you can expect to see in this book. In the future, we would come up with more books that cover other topics on the channel and more. So closing the video here. Thank you.